crazy how much an environment changes you. Like, we think we understand ourselves based on all of the things that we do, based on the people that we see, based on the things that we eat. But then you go into a different environment and you realize that the way that you interact with life starts to become different based on the environment. So let's say, like myself, I used to live in a city setting. It was like normal for me to just go pick up something at the shop. You know, the weather wasn't as good, so it's like I was staying inside most of the time. When I say most of the time, like throughout the year. I'm from Montreal, so the majority of the year is frozen. It's like an ice box. So I would say from like late October until April, it's like freezing cold. And in the winters, it's like crazy. Like, you got snow up until like right here. And that's not a joke. It's like, I know people exaggerate online and stuff, but I'm telling you, you got snow to your waist. You're walking, you can't feel your face. It's like, it's crazy. So anyways, in that type of environment, yeah, there's things that you can do. Like, you can go snowboard. Yeah, that's probably it. You could probably go snowboard, do some skiing. But in your general life, it just becomes a hassle to even be outside, because you got to shovel for like an hour to start your day. So let's say on a regular day, you wanted to go to the gym at 6 a.m., then you wanted to go for a light breakfast, and then you wanted to, I don't know, have like a meditation, a yoga session, and then, I don't know, let's say you have work, you wanted to start work at like 8, 9 a.m. Like, that would be so impractical, because instead of starting your day at 6, you'd have to start your day at 5 to shovel. And then when you're driving, not only is there potholes everywhere, but now there's ice and snow, and you can't see. So everything is just delayed. Anyways, this just to say, it's like, you can do it, but it's not, you don't feel like doing it. So you're inside most of the time in the winter, and then the summer comes around, and you start to feel alive. But for example, let's say you were in a place like Jamaica where it's hot 24/7. Nature's around you 24/7. Like, you're hungry, you could literally just look in the tree and take something out to eat, you know? And the way that people interact with nature and life is so much different than the way that you interact with nature and life when you lived in that cold city type environment. So this is just to think about, like, how much things change when you change where you are. And this is just to give you insight on, a lot of times we feel like depressed, or we feel like we don't really know ourselves, or we feel like, even sometimes we feel like we understand everything, and we say, oh, this is exactly what life is. Maybe it's important to consider that that's the way life is because of where you are. Because the environment is going to shape you to become whoever you need to be to survive in that environment. And that's just how life is, you know? So that's just something to think about. Like, maybe it's not who you are, it's where you are. And where you are is influencing the way you think about yourself. Where you are is influencing the way you interact with people. Maybe you don't really like people, or you think that you don't really like people, but there's a type of people that you don't like, and they're just like concentrated in one area. So maybe just changing environments will change that whole thing. For me, like, this is incredible. Like, look at that. You're just waking up to like mountainous regions. You could just eat off of the land. I feel like you become more of who you are when you're exposed to other things that are living as much as you're living. Like, this tree right here is as much alive as I'm alive. Like, the animals around, they're not like I mean, they are domesticated, some of them, but they're living more of life because they're with more of things that are living more of life. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm gonna give you an example. Let me know in the comment section, what's the difference between a pink pig, you know those pigs that you see in the farms, those little pink ones, and a hog. All right, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna let you know, but maybe pause this video and just write a comment and be like, oh, this is the difference. Now, I'm assuming that you already commented. I'm gonna tell you that the only difference between these regular pigs, I call them regular pigs because that's the pigs that I know off the top. The only difference between those pigs and hogs is the environment. The pink pig is domesticated. The farmer is feeding it. It's caged in a specific type of location. It's told what time it needs to wake up. It's told what time it needs to sleep. And then it's just pink and small and frail. The moment you open that cage and the pig goes wild, the pig starts to transform. The pig starts to grow fur. The pig starts to grow husks. The pig starts to interact with nature, starts to be among things that are living just as much as it's living. It sleeps when it wants, it eats when it wants. Starts eating things it didn't know that it needed. It starts to feel more alive. The pig starts to try to conquer his environment. Because if he doesn't conquer the environment's gonna conquer him. Nobody's protecting him like when he was in the farm. There's no difference between the pink pig and the hog. The only difference is what it experiences. So that's just a metaphor for your own life. Maybe right now you're living the pink pig's life. You're being told who you can do or what you can do with who. You're being told what time you should go to bed, what time you gotta wake up, what time you gotta go to work. At work, you're being told exactly what to do and how to do it. Zero creativity. Maybe you're living a pink pig life, and because you're living the pink pig life, you feel the frustration that you feel. Maybe you're living the pink pig life, and that's what's making you ask questions like, is this all? Maybe this is what making you feel less satisfied about reality. Something to think about. Something to think about. We think we're depressed. We think we're down. We think life doesn't make sense. But oftentimes it's because we're not giving ourselves a try. What happens when you start interacting with the environment in a way that serves you? What happens when you start being true to you? Something to think about. Only you know your reality. Like, I'm talking to you, and you can feel what I'm saying. But whatever you feel is according to what you're going through. So if these words are hidden, you know what it's relating to. You know it's relating to the things that are around you. And you know that these things are not permanent. But what's scary is you also know that you're the one that has to do something to change it. The environment is not gonna pick up, leave, and a new environment is gonna pick up and place itself around you. The scary thing is knowing that if you want this change, if you want to start living this hog life, if you want to start existing on a higher frequency, you're going to have to do it for yourself. You're going to have to get up. You're going to have to say, no, I'm not standing for this shit anymore. You're going to have to do something different, say something different, step out of the lines. The responsibility is on you. And that's the scary part for most people. That's the scary part for me too. And the only difference between me and you, if you're watching this video and you're thinking about what you should do and how you should do it and when you should do it and taking that first step, the only difference between me and you is time. Because there was a time when I was watching a video just like this. There was a time when I let that fear not even stop me, because fear does not stop me, and fear will not stop you. But you let that fear slow you down, and you let the illusion talk to you in a way that is comforting. Like, oh, I'll just, next time and in the future, and I just need to do this here now, and then, but then time is just flying. And that's the thing. A lot of time, fear doesn't really stop us. I know people say that, but it doesn't stop us. It just slows down the progress, because think of yourself as a big kid. When you're a kid, fear doesn't stop you. You break your leg and then you just cry. You do it and then you complain about it. So it's not stopping you, it's just maybe delaying you. But there was a time when I was watching a video or talking to a person or in that transition period. So the only thing that's separating you from this reality, from the reality that is yours, the reality that you feel alive in, is you saying, I'm gonna take that step right now. Right now. So not tomorrow. And I don't even want this to sound like something like motivational or whatever. If it is, it is, but that's not the goal. I want it to sound like a realization. I want you to leave this video realizing that if you want to be in that new environment, if you want to transform from that little domesticated pig to the hog that's living, that's existing, it starts with you deciding that you deserve it. It starts with you taking the action towards it. Because one action is like an idea. An idea just stretches and stretches and stretches and stretches and stretches until it becomes exactly who you are. So think about that. Your environment. Right now I'm in Jamaica. I mean, right here don't look too pretty because that's where they were burning the algae. So probably what I'm saying is not matching what I'm showing, but you get the concept. I hope. I want to leave you with this one quote. And apply this to your life and everything I said in this video. The brave, and this is because being brave is a choice. Being brave doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It just means that you're gonna take an action with that thought. So I'm gonna leave you with this. The brave don't live forever, but the cautious don't live at all. The brave don't live forever, but the cautious don't live at all. So you gotta choose. You wanna be safe? Just know that no matter how long you've been living, you probably never experienced life yet. And that's on you. I'll see you in the next video.